Hi, welcome to the shop. I thought I'd give you a little run through on what I do here, how I keep up my time. I have here laid on my bench, among all the paraphernalia that it takes, is the process for making the wings by the lost wax process. This is a process been used in the United States by the dental profession since 1935. But I learned it in Panama because it was an ancient process done by the Indians, the Coquille Indians. Anyway, basically it is this: you take a wing and you make a mold and you make it in wax. This is all wax, very delicate. And that is where you get the lost wax idea. These are mounted, it's going to be mounted like so, with the silver coming in. I take this, I put a flask over it, very delicately. I fill it with what is called an investment, which is like plaster of Paris, except it has a lot of silicon in it and it will withstand high heat. When it solidifies, which is usually overnight, I break it off, put it in a furnace for about 6 hours at a high temperature. And all this wax will melt out and leave a perfect cavity. Imprint of these. I got two wings mounted here, in case you're wondering what that is. And this area here will be where the metal will be in. Now you got to visualize that this is now a mold with the cavity. I put it in a centrifugal casting machine. I melt my silver and I spin it. And as it spins, centrifugal force will force that into this mold. The mold is then destroyed. You throw it in cold water, and when you come out with something that looks like this. Now I've already cut the feed gates off on this particular one, but this is the way it looks, and it's been dipped in acid, and it will brighten up. As, for example, if I rub it a little bit with steel wool, take off that pure silver surface, you see that it's the silver that you're probably more familiar with seeing. Now, the next step on this will be take a jeweler saw and you just very carefully cut off these screws, getting them down to the contour of the final form of the wing. This is a process that usually takes glasses. Okay. When I take that off, then I will use a variety of files to file it down and smooth it out. Now these have been in the next step, and this particular one has been cut. It's the same as this one. It is, those feed gates have been cut off, and it has been slightly polished, and it is slightly bent. I mean, it formed. The next step is to put the finders for the pin back on the back. This one has the place for the pin back, which I have here somewhere. Oh, here we go. This is a 43W7 wing. It's as you can see, it's an exact duplicate of the original. I've already soldered these on. Now to solder them on, I use the torch, which is a high degree. Yeah. And once you turn on the torch, nothing is ever touched on the bench unless it is you have tongs to pick it up with, because it's very dangerous. You get burnt. These are put on a soldering block, and these are held together and it's soldered, and that is your silver solder. Before they will be connected to the wing itself, it has to come up to temperature. It is not like your lead solder. This is silver solder, where the wing itself, the silver in the wing and the silver in the finding, has to be at the same temperature. Alrighty, I have here an ATC wing. It's already finished. It's not. It needs more burnishing. It needs more polishing. We'll put that on the polishing wheel. The finders are in the back. It's ready for the pin back and for the enamel piece. Now I found out that during World War II they glued it on, and we followed the same process. And when it is all done, this is the way it's going to look, except it will be more highly polished. I have here a 43-7 wing that is almost finished and needs a little bit of cleaning up around here. I have here the finished product. Now in this particular case it has the prongs in the back because it's going to take the clutch back. But this can be considered all practically finished. And let me see, I think that more or less covers it. I have some wings up here that I'm working on. And they too have just come out of the caster. Now I can cast on, as you saw the two wings here, I can cast up to about 12 or 15 depending on the size. And that's what these were. You can see I have a mixture in there. So my work is cut out for me. I have lots to do. And other than that, that finishes the silver